Richard, look at you with all
Hello
your
there.
water heaters out. What are you up to?
Well, I got an email from Randy from Ohio. He complains that the water coming out of his kitchen faucet is hot enough to make coffee.
Ooh, wow, way too hot.
So he wants to find a way to turn the water down.
Pretty good question. So how do you adjust the temperature on these things?
Well, I've got a lot of the different water heaters right here. Instantaneous gas, that's either LP or propane. This is a gas-fired tank type water heater, and this is electric. No matter what the design, there's always some sensor that senses the water temperature. Now, this is a gas-fired tank. There's a gas valve down here, and at the top, it has a on, off, and pilot adjustment right here. But look at this knob on the front. You see it says hot, warm, or vacation or reduce mode right here. Now, people see warm, and they go, why, if warm is good, then hot must be awesome.
Right.
All right. And when they do, they're going to heat up that water so hot that it's both wasteful and unsafe.
All right, but I mean, I'm looking at hot and warm. I'm not seeing actual degrees.
Right.
What temperature do we want to set it at?
We'd like to be about 120 generally. Now, I am obligated by code to make sure that the water temperature coming out of any shower head is no more than 115 degrees.
So obviously that's so that people don't get scalded.
That's right.
But people are concerned about basically sanitizing their dishes, right?
That's right.
115 is not going to do that.
That's right. At one time, they used to leave the water heaters up to 140 because that would cut the grease.
Right.
But now, in a modern dishwasher, there's always an electrical element in the bottom reservoir that'll heat the water itself. So you can leave it down at about 120.
So you can put the 120 in the dishwasher and let the dishwasher do the rest.
That's right. That's right. If you have a dishwasher, absolutely.
All right, so that is gas type tank.
Yeah.
If you got a tank type with electric, how do we
this
adjust
is electric.
those?
And now there's two different elements, one at the top, one at the bottom. And just underneath the cover right here, I can show you. Just pull that for me.
Got it.
All right. So look at this right here. Now there's an electrical element right here, and you can see the temperature sensor right here.
Oh, yeah.
Now I can set that. It's set for about 120 right there. I can turn a little hotter, a little colder.
Yeah. Now, is there one here, and is there one for the lower element?
That's right. That's right.
There's two, so
That's right.
adjust them both.
That's right.
All right, so that is electric, and then the third type is the instantaneous.
Couldn't be simpler. With this, it's a digital readout. If it was plugged in, you could see turn the temperature hotter, turn the temperature colder. A digital readout right here. Now remember, the hotter we try to make an instantaneous water heater in its desired temperature, the less water you're going to get out of the faucet.
right,
Because
sure.
you're trying to raise it from 50 degrees up to 125 or 130.
Yeah, I mean, because they don't have a tank, so there's no storage.
right.
We're
That's
literally
right.
heating the water as it passes
That's right.
through the,
Right.
the coil.
That's right.
The hotter you need it, the lower the flow.
That's right. The thing to remember about these tanks is the hotter we make any tank, the more wasteful it is.
Right.
If I take any liquid and heat it up to 130, 140, 150, what happens, as soon as it gets that temperature, it wants to race back to room temperature. And so that's wasteful. It keeps that burner on all day. Keep it down, turn it down.
But what if you don't have enough temperature where you need it? Let's say you go to the kitchen sink and it's plenty hot, but then you go up and you take a shower and the shower is not getting enough hot water.
All right, so plenty of temperature to all the other faucets
Yeah.
except the shower?
Right.
All right. Well, if I have a shower valve like this is a pretty complex device. It sits inside the wall. You normally see the cover plate, and there's a handle right here.
Yep.
Now, this has to adjust for temperature and pressure, and sometimes this cartridge has to be repaired or replaced. But most often, and there's a limit that's designed underneath the knob or somewhere on the shower valve,
Right.
so that the homeowner can't turn the faucet too far so they won't scald themselves. It might need to have the temperature limit adjusted.
So I guess that explains how we can have 120 degrees in a tank, but 113 here.
That's right.
You can fine tune it
That's
right
right.
at the shower.
And sometimes you have
temperature.
to readjust it based on the tank's supply temperature.
Boy, sounds like all the information Randy could ever ask for.
In this case, we want to keep them out of hot water.
All right, thank you.